What are the 5 worst excuses people use for cheating? And my comments to them. Hi, this is Marina Shepelsky. I'm a divorce attorney in New York and New Jersey. And I see people divorcing for all kinds of reasons. But cheating is one of the most common reasons for divorce, even though it's 2022. And you would think, why don't they just leave? Why do they have to stay and cheat? Just break up. People have financial independence usually now, and there's no need for them to remain. But these are the things that people say to excuse their cheating. Number 1, men are polygamous. It's an animal instinct. We just have this instinct to go and inseminate as many women as we can. Well, my response to that is you've learned to control your animal instincts. Otherwise, you'll be peeing and pooping in the middle of the street. When you're driving and you're stuck in the traffic jam, you don't pee in your pants, right? You hold it in, usually, most of the time. And you don't poop in your car. You wait until you get home, and then you go to the bathroom there. So if you learn to control your animal instincts there, if you learn to wait until you get home when you're hungry, if you learned to control your thirst and hunger to the point where you wait until you get to a restaurant or home, you can learn to control your procreation instincts. Take it home to your wife. Number 2 excuse for cheating. What if you liked chocolate ice cream? Imagine having that ice cream every day for the rest of your life. My wife is like chocolate ice cream. I loved her, but now I want to try something else. I want diversity. People are not ice cream. People are not a food group, okay? Your wife or your husband, your partner, is a human being. Learn about them. Spend time with each other. Have date nights. Try different sexual positions. Try to go to a hotel for a night. Send the kids to their grandparents or get a babysitter. Have time for your relationship. Make room in your life for your relationship. Make it a priority. Then you won't have to worry about having the same ice cream for the rest of your life. Next one. I thought I was never going to see him again. It was only a one-time thing. You know, I was walking, I slipped, and I fell inside her vagina. That's a terrible excuse. It hurts the other partner so much, even if you cheated once, it's enough. And you know what's worse for me? It's not even the physical cheating. That's definitely bad and it's unsafe. It exposes your wife or your husband to all kinds of diseases, right? If you go and you have sex with somebody who didn't use protection, who knows who else they had sex with without protection, then you bring all that shit home to them, right? To your spouse. That's unsafe and that's understandable. But what's even worse is when people with social media nowadays have these emotional affairs. I think when you invest yourself in somebody outside of your marriage and you're constantly talking to somebody, instead of sharing with your husband or your wife your most, intimate thoughts or dreams or problems at work, you're telling another person, you're having an emotional affair. To me, that's even worse than like a physical act of cheating, right? Maybe it's even worse than like that one-time cheating that you thought you would never see this person again. Maybe you met them at a bar and thought it was just like a one-time hookup. You thought, okay, no big deal, right? It is a big deal, but I think for me personally, it's even a bigger deal when your spouse is having an emotional affair. Let's say you have a husband and he has a female friend that they don't touch or kiss, but he's constantly talking to her, dreaming of her. I knew this couple where he wrote poetry to another woman, romantic poetry, even though they never touched or kissed. But still, that's cheating and it's really bad and it's hurtful. And when this is happening in the relationship, then I really don't see what is there to save, right? Like when people go to counseling to save a marriage, what is there to save when the person is basically, they found another partner, they're not intimately involved, like emotionally intimately with their wife or their husband anymore. They're going to a third person outside the marriage. So that to me is terrible. Another one, I was trying to be a good friend. So this goes to those times of cheating when the person they're cheating with is a friend or God forbid a relative. I was caught up in the moment and I was trying to be a good friend and then we had sex. It was a one-time thing. They're just a friend. I was trying to be a good friend. That's a terrible excuse for cheating. You shouldn't really have close friends of the opposite gender outside your husband or wife. And this is my position on this. You might say I'm crazy that friendships between men and women exist. That's true, but and I'm not talking about being friends with people at work casually. I'm saying when your husband has a close female friend and they're constantly chatting and doing things together and going out and spending time together, honestly, I think that's the kind of attention that he should be spending on his wife and not on some friend. And things like that happen, especially when people have some sort of an attraction for each other, or something happened in this family and they're depressed or upset or whatever. And that's when slip-ups like that happen. In 1 minute, they go from being friends to being lovers, right? To be on the safe side, avoid these situations, then you won't have to make up excuses for your cheating. The final really terrible excuse is, I need my space in our marriage or in our relationship. I need to be free. The thought of only having sex with you, my spouse, or my girlfriend or boyfriend for the rest of my life, it made me crazy. I feel restricted and almost like sabotaged into cheating because you never let me have a free pass. That's also a terrible excuse for cheating, and it lays the blame for cheating on the innocent spouse. It says, hey spouse, if only you were more sensitive, if you were better and worried more about my needs, I wouldn't have been cheating. But then what else would it have been, right? If that wasn't cheating, what else would it have been? So these are like the most, I think, terrible excuses for cheating out there. This is something I've seen over and over again, and things like this just never die. They just happen over and over again in every generation. If you are cheating in your relationship, please keep it off social media. Because if you've been texting her in Facebook Messenger, that's the kind of information that's discoverable in a divorce, which means the other side can subpoena it and use it as evidence in your divorce case. Don't email, don't text on Facebook Messenger. Remember, all these things go into being open and discoverable and capable of being subpoenaed and used against you in your divorce case. If you have a divorce case in New York or New Jersey, give us a call. We can help guide you through this really hard process. We work with men and women, and we will support you emotionally and legally in this process. And if you like this video, give us a like, give us a bell, hit that little bell on the bottom, become a subscriber, give us a watch again if you decide one day that you're interested in learning more about relationships. We will be here for you. Bye-bye.